Hello, everybody. Coaching for the Soul, Thursdays at 3, has begun. It is a cool but sunny day in Detroit today, about 65 degrees, after being in the 80s and humid for about a week. Crazy. So we'll see who comes on. See who is going to be around for today. Hey, Kelly. How's it going? How's Seth? His face healing? Hey, Kathy. How are you? Hello, hello, hello. And Susan's here. Hello. Yeah, today's a nice day, right? Wish it was a little bit warmer, but that's okay. Tomorrow's going to stink, but we need the rain, right? I think it's going to rain for 2 days straight, I think they said. Yeah, but it's nice. It's nice today. So the energy of the super moon eclipse, lunar eclipse, wow. Knocking me off my feet. Knocking me off my feet yesterday and today, that's for sure. So, yep. So Kathy, Spirit sent you meditations, yes? Awesome. Hey, Joe. How are you? Good to see you. Yeah. You okay, Joe? Yeah, it's a nice day outside. So I could just go out and sit in the sun. Yep. Oh, I didn't see the eclipse at all. Could we see it here in America? I think we could in the West, but not here, I don't think. Hello, Veronica. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Michelle. I'm doing good, Joe. The full moon lunar eclipse knocked me off my feet a couple days. Yeah. So, just stuff, right? Just growth. We're going to talk about it. Yeah, the one thing we're going to talk about today. Yeah. So because Spirit keeps telling me it resonates with a lot of people. Yeah, right. That's for sure, Kelly. That's good. Yep. And hello, Teresa. I slept good, Veronica. Yeah. I mean, she's so exhausted by the end of the day that it's good to sleep, you know? It's good to crawl into bed and crash. Yeah, it was good. The days have been very, it's not even stress, just a lot of stuff, healing, a lot of work, you know? Because I'm working, you feel like a werewolf? Ah, got you. See, I don't like to get up early, but I wake up early anyway. I never used to wake up, but now it's kind of weird. I'm getting old, so it's one of those things where the older you get, the earlier you wake up. But it's hard for me to get out of sleep now. It's very interesting. Like I'll wake up and I'll be like about 15, 20 minutes of just trying to come out of sleep. Yeah. Yeah. And I think that has a lot to do with my vibration being higher and clearing out patches in my life, in my body. Yeah. Yeah, Joe, I was a night owl too, but I'm not anymore at all. I mean, man, oh man. It just doesn't, again, you know. Yep, shifting with teaching, yeah. So it's, yeah. Transformation, Spirit just said, transformation, you know. And again, getting older, and this is the first time in my life where I've actually felt old. Yeah, so it's interesting. All these new things that, and again, I think it's because hey, Kimberly, because I raise my vibration to do my energy work, right? And it's hard to keep it up all day And so when I go up and down, it's tiring. It's tiring. Okay, now they're going to tell you what he's saying. My life. Here it's supposed to be up and down once we get to to Maui. It will be more, my vibration will be the same. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So, what'd you say, Joe? Yes, Spirit sent me a bunch of house flies yesterday to notice the transformation. Oh, I don't like flies. I'm not a fly. I don't like flies. Nope. They come in my house. It's a death warrant for them. As quickly as possible. I never have. As a kid, I didn't like flies. I just don't like flies. And again, I think it's from past lives. I think it has something to do with things that I carried from my past lives. I don't know. I'd love to find out, though. That's the thing. I would love, love, love to be able to access all that stuff. I have so many questions I want to ask. So many questions I want to ask. Like, why this? Why this? Why this? Why this? Why this? Why this? Yeah. So it's very interesting. It's very interesting. I wish there was a way that we could do it without, I don't know, Google or with Google, right? Be so much easier. Maybe sometime we will be able to, right? I don't know. I don't know that much about Akashic Records, right? So I don't know how that really works. And Spirit just said, because you're not supposed to do it. You're not supposed to know it. Okay, yeah. Yeah, questions about past lives, Joe, and how they interfere, and also how they what do I need to do this lifetime to clear the energy? Yeah. Energy and stuff like that. Veronica says, she's had really clear dreams. And she says I'm younger than she is, so that's my wonderful friend in Sweden. So who's just lovely. So Teresa keeps popping on and off. Okay, so first thing Spirit wants to talk about today. Let me check the time, make sure that we're good. Perfect. Okay, so the first thing, and this kind of ties into the past lives kind of thing, right? The Akashic Records, is that the more that I work with my energy person, right? The more I discover my deep-seated fear, right? And it's very interesting. Again, if you'd like to be part of the Facebook group that Tammy Braiswell does, let me know and I will send you an invite, okay? Because I'm telling you, her energy blasts are amazing. You want to get rid of something? You want something to manifest? Tell you what, she does this energy blast every other Monday at 1:11, and it's up on the free Facebook page for I think 24 hours. Bonus. Honestly, it's appointment healing. It's appointment energy work. Okay, Susan, I will for sure. And Joe, I'll send you one also. I mean, it's amazing stuff, right? And so I'm coming to this week has been one of the things, again, with the full moon, right? I've come to many, many understandings about how deep my fear is in everything that I've done my entire life. Okay? And Spirit keeps telling me, and there's a lot of people that have the same fear, he says, but they don't recognize it as being fear. And this is something that we had this conversation today, him and I, about all this cool stuff, right? And I look back at my life. Okay, Michelle, I got you. And this is exactly what he said. People who wait to the last minute to do something, like schoolwork, tests, reading, or writing reports and things like that in school, it's because they're fearful. Okay? So all of us, and they can't do anything unless they're in fear, which is, oh my God, I've got to get it done. Oh my God, I forgot, because they're a procrastinator. Procrastination is tied to fear. Yeah. Which blows my mind, which is true. My father was a procrastinator. My whole family is procrastinators, right? So I started to think that, well, that would make sense because I never did anything in school until the last minute. Everything kind of worked then. Well, now I understand, is it the fear or is it my clairvoyancy, right? I think it depended upon the subject. But I was more urgent when I had to have it in by the next day or 2 days, right? Sorry, they keep playing with my nose. So that made sense. Same thing with my job. I always waited till I waited till the last minute because number one, I probably didn't want to do them, or number two, I didn't want to mess it up, right? Fear. Same thing with boyfriends, right? Same thing. Same thing with my friendship roommate with Lee, right? So it's all kind of interesting how that fear at 61 is now revealing itself so that I can allow myself to work on it, which is extremely hard. I mean, I know spirits. He's showing me in my mind how deep rooted it is in my bones and in my tissues, and it's all completely. He says it's an infection that can be removed with time, with acknowledgement, with focus. Hi, Heidi. And me focusing on that is extremely fearful. It is fearful. I mean, I took a walk this morning because I was in such fear of needing to do things today, right? Because it's a last minute, I've got to get them done. And having a conversation and breathing and doing all the things I needed to do. But the cool thing is, I give myself a pat on the back for this, I was conscious enough to do the walk. Okay? Then I'm like, okay, it's nice outside. Bailey had gone out and gone potty. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to put him back to bed and I'm going to take a walk around the complex like I normally do. I did it last night because I needed to get out. So I did it again this morning. Did some breathing, which allowed me to let that go. And then fear came right back. And it always is around my heart. And Spirit says that's where most people feel it first. That's where that's when they recognize it, he says, which is true. Okay, for me anyway, and for other people that I've talked to. Hi, Suzanne. That's how we acknowledge it, he says, which is, for me, so true, right? So I talked to my energy person today, and I'm like, okay, this is what's going on. I need some kind of an idea, what I can do, how to do it. And because again, it's about moving, right? It's about attracting the money to move. Chimes, okay? I'm gonna tell you something else about this too. And again, buying the house in Kihei, Maui, and moving. And hi, Sherry. And the fear of having money, the fear of being wealthy. I wouldn't call it be rich, but wealthy, right? And she gave me some great advice. You have to look at everything as living in wealth, okay? Well, again, the fear, and hang on. And she also said, how many generations do you think it goes back? Sit, ask Spirit, and they'll let you know. Well, I tried that today. There was no conversation, see? So again, I don't know why. I mean, I raised my vibration. I did my stuff. And I kind of was in kind of a journey. It's kind of hanging out. Just kind of fluffy. Kind of in a bed. It was kind of cool. And I know. And Spirit just said, because it's not time to know that yet. Okay? And I will tell you, with myself, every time I try to engage something to know, to learn, I usually get pushback. because it's like, okay, I'd like to solve this problem now here, see? So now that I'm aware of it, so let's see what we can do to help the process along when they have a timeline that usually doesn't match human, right? So doing the things I possibly can to relieve that energy, okay? I don't know if anybody is friends with Lori Lipton, but she did a meditation last night for the lunar eclipse, right? In a full moon. And I saw it this morning and it was like, okay, cool. And I really didn't listen to it. But it was still on my laptop and things like that after I took my walk. And now, of course, on my walk, I'm talking about, okay, you got to help me with this. I need you to, bring me somebody or someone, blah, 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 blah. So I grabbed myself some water and I sat down at the table and I thought, what the hell? I'll listen to the meditation. And within 3 minutes, I was on the couch with my pillow behind my back doing the meditation. It was so freaking deep and cool and amazing. It was exactly what I needed. But isn't it interesting? I didn't listen to it until after my walk when I asked for them to bring me something or someone. I know. Spirit says, because it wasn't time for you to watch it in the morning. You weren't in the right space, right? Because the past 2 mornings I've been waking up with fear in my chest. And I don't know why. I do, but I don't know why I'm waking up in the morning with fear in my chest, right? So the traditional things that I would normally do are not working anymore because my vibration is higher, see? So I'm looking to attract more of that support, more of that knowledge that is in a higher state of consciousness, right? So I did the meditation with Lori. It's exactly what I needed. It was phenomenal. And I was like, wow, and that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That I wasn't told to do it in the morning, but then after my walk and having the conversation and becoming lighter and doing my breathing and raising my vibration, okay, Bill, now do the meditation because it would resonate with me. I would get it. So what I want to talk about that is the fact that don't make yourself do stuff, right? Don't say, oh my God, I have to meditate this morning. Oh my God. No, do it when you have to do it, unless you're starting your journey with Steve Noble and it's a Monday and a Thursday meditation to get your outer body unclogged, get your inner self cleaned out some so it's easier for you to ascend, right? Easier for you to raise your vibration, get the clunk and junk out of your mind, which is what the meditations do. Okay, that's the only time that I would say now that that as you go through your journey, right, you'll need to adjust. You'll need to adjust your need for meditation. Hey, Bailey just woke up. He's been sick all day. Joe, I have a timeline. They have a timeline. I don't know the timeline. They know how long it's going to take. They know all the things I have to do, things like that. I wouldn't call it a timeline, but it's just the easiest thing for me to think about, right? So understanding that as you move forward through your journey, right, that it's okay not to be Mondays and Thursdays, right? That, like I was this morning, I didn't even have a clue that I should do the meditation, but it's interesting. I left it up on my laptop screen. They knew I would have X'd out of it and moved on with my day, right? So they knew, but I was unconscious to it, right? Because of the way I was feeling this morning, which was fearful. So, yes. So looking at your fear can be from different angles, right? Looking at your fear from this life, from past lives. But I know, as you ascend, he says, as you move forward, as you raise your vibration, more and more little things show fear. You're able to get, hi Judy, you're able to, you're able to, hang on. Fear in the deepest, darkest places of your body will, hey Kathy, will be shown, and those are the things that you have to work through, because those are the things that are deep inside your bones, deep inside your cartilage, deep inside your ligaments, deep inside the fibers of your being, he says. Okay? Which again is fascinating to me. I mean, I know. He says multi-fascinating. He's like them, yeah. As you ascend, as you become lighter, your human body needs to be more translucent, more easy, more spirit-like, he says. And so everyone that ascends at one point or another will go through their transformation of having that fear to be seen, he says. Okay? Because you must live through the fear and let it go, understanding that is no longer a need to hold that fear. Okay? James. Okay, so so he wants me to talk about the things that I know about my 2 past lives. I think I've shared this before, is that I was murdered both times. I was a prostitute both times. And 2 lifetimes ago in Spain, I died at 29. I was strangled at 29 by a man. And then next lifetime, I was a prostitute in Mexico City, and I died at 23 years old. Okay? And so that kind of all works into, from what I get from Spirit, why I am the way that I am this lifetime, right? Is that, first thing, why I'm gay, because I chose not to be straight, because I was female 2 times before, right? And both of them being Latin, Hispanic, Spanish, whatever you want to call it, right? However, whatever. And then coming to this lifetime on the earth and having all of these multifaceted things inside of myself, Spirit says, that I didn't know where they came from. Okay? Hey, Jody. And understanding that as I ascend, I have to revisit those things. And this is something I put on Facebook the other day. I don't know, somebody was talking about something, and how they're having these dreams or these ideas from their younger years. I've been doing that for a year, which is very, very interesting. Is that probably 2 years, probably 2 years now, going through things that happened, just whatever with people, just memories and things like that were down inside of me. Just, again, experiences, right? Not good nor bad, but experiences. And remembering things, music with that person and all kinds of different things from my childhood and teenage years and things like that. Even in my 20s and 30s, right? Because, again, the more ascension I have, the less connected I am to my third dimensional thinking, right? Which can be very frustrating for people because I can't remember anything. I remember something I did when I was 5, 8, 9, 10, right? But again, I know. Spirit says because the disconnect is real. The disconnect the disconnect is real, and you have to be disconnected from the third dimensional energy, so that it's easier for you to ascend, he says. Hi, Katie. What's up? How you doing? Yes, Joe. Part of my Akashic record review. Which I find fascinating again, right? I'd like to document everything on my freaking phone. Everything, right? Just blah, 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 whenever something happens. But then I never get anything done. So, because I want to document everything, right? I want to remember. I want it but Spirit always says, but you're not supposed to. It's supposed to be a review, like Joe says. So that's interesting, right? That as we ascend, as we allow more of our human experiences over this lifetime to be reviewed, to try to be understood, but mostly to be let go, Spirit says, right? To let go of those things that caused you fear, right? This time or last lifetimes, right? I always wondered why I didn't like turtlenecks. I don't like anything on my neck at all, ever. If I have a collar on, I used to have to wear a tie and things. It had to be a really loose collar because I always felt like I was being strangled. Well, guess what? Or suffocated. Hence the history of my lifetimes, right? So there's little things like that which now I'm able to understand more. And there's some things I'm not able to understand, right? And like Tammy Bracewell, the person I'm working with my energy, right? How long do you think you, how far back do you think the being afraid of wealth, being afraid of actually gaining and not struggling? And I kind of mentioned to her, "Hey Blake, what's up, man?" And I kind of mentioned to her that it's probably generational. I mean, I've done Ancestry.com. It doesn't even tell you how wealthy people were. But even in my this generation and the generation before. Oh, you did, Jody? Wow, awesome. Jody grew up with Tammy Bracewell. But what's interesting is my mom has a sister who they were okay, not wealthy, but they weren't, middle class. They were upper middle class, if anything. And then I had a great aunt who my Uncle Bill, who I was named after, was a bigwig for the railroad. And they didn't have any kids, and they were pretty well off too. But I wouldn't. I mean, I think my parents and things perceive them as being wealthy, especially my great aunt. But we really didn't, as kids. We really didn't, get anything like that, right? And I said to Tammy, my parents and my great aunts, they all lived through the Depression. So again, that 5, 6, 7 years of the Great Depression, well, 29 to 32, happened in 29, like 30 to 1934, right? Even beyond that, but the horrible years were 29 to 34. Then that type of fear, right? That type of despair, that type of worry is ingrained in generations after, right? Hey, Amanda, right? And I know, Spirit says, but it goes further back than that. It goes further back than that, right? But I was told by my father probably a year ago, again, in the bathroom, right? Where everything happens in the shower, out of the shower, brushing my teeth, whatever, that I have to break the cycle of being afraid of being wealthy for my family. That it ends with me, okay? That I'm the one who has to break that chain. I'm the one who has to break it, right? So that my nieces and nephews don't ever fear wealth, right? My father said to me, you have to take care of the kids like I took care of you kids, right? And that makes sense. Because my father gave us money for our birthdays every year and gave it to us for our Christmas every year. A big chunk of money that my mom had squirreled away for their retirement, which my mom died when she was 59. So my dad was kind of whatever, no big deal. And then when I got the message, I'm like, well, yeah, Dad, sure, right? That I can do that. But it's about raising my vibration to meet the money, right? And that's the key. I had an idea months ago about raising my vibration and reaching up and grabbing the money. No, I have to raise my vibration, which I'm doing now, so that I can meet the money in front of me. Say, phenomenal, right? The money, not to make me wealthy, but the money to buy my house in Kihei, Maui, right? Money enough to take care of the kids so they don't have to want, right? So they don't have to want. That's the key. And I feel blessed that I'm the one at 61 who gets to, I know, my dad just popped in because I'm more like my dad than any of the other kids. Yeah, yeah. See, so hey Tiana, hey Sherry, and I get that. The older I've gotten, the more I look, the more I look like my dad. In fact, I was looking in the mirror this morning, and like, oh my God, I look so much like my dad this morning in the eyes. It was crazy. And I was like, wow, that's freaking cool. Again, I understand that. I understand the responsibility, right? That's what makes me not fearful at all. It makes me confident. But underlying that, right, is understanding that me losing the fear, facing the fears, some of which I don't even know what they are, right? The fact of not being comfortable being wealthy, or not wealthy. I know, Spirit. I want to call it something different. He's like, no, wealthy. You have to call it wealth, okay? Because if you don't call it chimes, because if you don't call it wealth, you're not you're not being honest, he says, which is true, okay? Because I'm not a person who puts on airs at all. Lee, he's very good at that. Me, not so much. So working through that and understanding that, and doing everything that I possibly can to understand that energy in my chest, right? That I've woken up with for the past 2 days. And I know that it's because it needs to be relieved, and I'm doing everything that I can, right, to try to facilitate that without knowing. That's what I find fascinating yet frustrating, right? Is that they think I know when I don't, right? It's downloaded, it's inside my body. I just haven't been able to access it yet because there's so many layers of stuff, life, energy on top of it, right? So I know. He says, because as you peel it away, right, things will surface. The good stuff will surface. The knowing will surface, okay? And understanding that who I'm supposed to be for the next, let's say, 30 years, right, is that person. And I know that inside of my soul, and the human has to come to terms with that, right? Again, from generations, right? From generations. And that's something that I'm in the process of doing, and it is deeper and longer than I thought, right? Because it's like, okay, how long is this going to be? Because I've worked on it before. Well, now it's like, okay, hang on. It's never ending, he says. It's never ending. It's never ending. Okay? So it just gets less intense, he says. It just gets less intense, right? Gets less intense. And that's what, and that's all I need to hear, right? Is that as I go through it, there's less and less, right? Ooh, I got it. Chimes, yeah. Rush of energy in my head. So that's awesome, right? And I will say that, again, if you want to be in Tammy's Facebook page, tell me so here, and I will send you an invite because it is amazing. It is just amazing. And I can only say that I've been working with it for 2 months, and I can't believe what has come to me, what has been removed, what has been, also how to manifest, right? Okay, Teresa, I'll send you one. How to manifest, right? And it's so funny because today, Lori's meditation, shoot, Tiana, when it was about a manifestation too, and it was the house again, right? And it's just cool, Sherry, I do you too. So and that is cool, right? Is that when you find, when you are brought, when you are when you are engulfed in information, right? When you're shown how to get what you want, it's so much deeper than just saying things, right? Veronica, got you too. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, I don't know how to pronounce your name, Miss Cannon. Kahori? Is it Kahori? It's a cool name. Very cool name. But it's so much different than just talking, right? I mean, I know. Spirit says, because words have power. But when you're feeling those words in here, oh, Corey, awesome. She spelled her name Khori, and it's pronounced Corey. How cool is that? That's a cool name. But I know. Spirit is like, Corey, he's like, she's fabulous. Yes, he's all in. Oh, yes, he likes you, Corey. Are you new to this? To Coaching for the Soul? Ooh, man. Wow. You have energy, my dear. Yeah, they just totally off what he was talking about. That was wild. Understanding that when you are living those, when you're living that in that energy, he says, and you're asking, it's so much more powerful, which makes sense, right? But I know. And when really like, because I'm that Capricorn, right? I want to know up front, can you give me a table of contents, please, on where I'm going with this thing, right? And they laugh and go, no, there is no table of contents. Well, I'd like to know where we're traveling to. You don't need to know that. Well, okay, so we talk out loud to our spirit guides, our guardian angels, and we try to manifest, and we do these things, and we work really hard at what we're doing, right? And then as we ascend, as we reach a plateau, as we learn how to go further than the plateau, and we continue to ascend and continue to be raised higher and higher and higher in energy and vibration, right? Our words are even more impactful, right? They're even more powerful because he says they come from here. And that's just like, blows my mind. See? Thank you, Sherry. You too. I'll send some energy, okay? I know. Okay, so I know. Everybody is powerful. As you ascend, you become more powerful automatically. And as you ascend, more people understand their power. They understand who they're supposed to be, he says. Okay? And he points at Kimberly, because Kimberly is a woman that I've known for probably 3 or 4 years, and I'll tell you what, she is one powerful lady, and she's able to manifest, and she's taking control of things, and she's amazed at how things are starting to fall into place and how things are starting to work together, right? And you all know that they're gonna, as she raises her vibration, as she becomes more, as she lives in that plateau, right, of everything being awesome and cool, they're gonna tell her, okay, you gotta raise your vibrations, some more, okay? And the transformation for her is amazing. Another one is Kathy. Kathy's transformation from, I think I've known Kathy for maybe 3 years, and I'll tell you what, Kathy's transformation is phenomenal. Phenomenal, you know? Not like Kimberly's. Kimberly's is different. Kimberly's she's this powerful Pisces who just engulfs things and is smart. And if she'd get out of her own way, she'd be fabulously more amazing. Kathy's different because she's a Capricorn. So her and I are like this, right? And she kind of does her thing, and she's very homey, and she's doing all of her stuff, but she's working through her stuff, right? About her personal life and things like that, which is phenomenal, right? So the more powerful, we become more powerful as we go through our stuff, number one, because we become lighter beings, right? We're able to ascend, right? We are able to attract what we want, and I'm going to be blown away once I get that big old bag of money and I can say, whew. But the one thing Spirit keeps reminding me of, and I will tell you this, and I think I've told you this before, and I'll probably tell you this again. Quit playing with my nose. They're playing with my nose and I don't know why. Who's playing with my nose? We are. Well, who's we? We like the way you talk. We like the way you describe this to humans, they say. But I don't know who these beings are. They're behind me, which is very strange. They're not here. They're here. Oh. Do you want me to tell them who you are? That's up to you. Okay. Spirit's playing with Joe's crown. Okay. These are ETs. These are extraterrestrials behind me. In my lineage, they say. You know, I've had them in my house. I have pictures of the aliens in my house. So it shouldn't be a surprise to anybody, but yeah, that's who it is. Which they've never talked to me like this before. This is a brand new thing. Again, transformation, right? It's fine. Again, the one here says, we are you. We are you. You are us. We are you. That's fine. Sorry, guys. That was a turn, right? Okay, Spirit's going to... Okay, so now Spirit's back. Yeah, it's interesting because... Interesting. They protect me. Spirit's trying to push them back, and they're like, no, we are his protectors. We are James. Yeah, we are his protector. I've never known this before, guys. This is a new thing. They protect me. They protect my circle. They protect me from the back, but their energy protects my circle. And Spirit knows. I don't know. Understand why Spirit is challenging them. Oh, because Spirit wants to talk. Spirit wants to talk. So yeah. Amanda just said, rude. Why are they interrupting the train of thought like that? Because they can. Oh, got it. Because again, guys, it's the first time I've known this. They needed me to know in this situation, right? That, because when I do coaching for the soul, my vibration is very, very high, right? I mean, I'm connected to everybody and everything. And everybody just kind of comes in and out. It kind of flows. It's very cool. I don't think I could do that. I don't think I could do that 24/7. But it's pretty awesome when I can do it, right? Okay, cool. So that's why they needed me to know. Because I've always wondered, okay, so who's taking care of me? Who's, blah, blah, blah. And now I know who they are. So cool. And it's interesting because they're reptilians, I believe. Yes. So, but they don't look like reptiles. Yeah. And some dark grays are here too. Dark grays. Okay. That's where we're going right now, guys. And there's others over here that I can't. These are light grays. These are light grays, Spirit. Okay. The light grays are here, and there's dark grays, and then there's some reptilians, which is interesting. The Gang of Five. The reptilian decide. He must be the leader because he says the Gang of Five. So we have 5 alien guides. Oh, I got it. They're trying to help me release my fear. Hey, Kaylee. They're trying to they're trying to help me understand that I'm protected. Hey, Angeline, how are you? Are you new? I know. She says this is very interesting. Trust me. This is my life. It's beautiful. Susan, well, that was an interesting turn that just took. I know, right? They want me to know that I'm protected and that I know, right? I'm able to let that, I'm going to get emotional. That I'm able to let that fear go, that I'm able to understand that I have nothing to fear, that I have nothing to worry about. Chimes. We are here to allow you to ascend. We are here without fear. Ooh, yes. Oh, this is fabulous. Known protection. We didn't reveal ourselves until now because you are on the cusp of your next destination. Everything will come together very, very, very soon. He says, it's not up to me. It's not up to me. It's already done. It's already planned. It's already in motion. Everything that you have done has gotten us to this point. And that's why we can now reveal ourselves to you with you knowing that we are real, that we've been with you for centuries. And that you are us. You are part of us. Oh, God. Oh, my gosh. I'm going to share this, guys. I don't know if oh, God. They show me with angel wings. Oh, my God. Coming to the earth as an angel. A male angel in white, wings spread out, being above. Oh my gosh, my heart is just like this. Being above in their world, there where I was the extraterrestrial, where I was the one who, you were the God, you were the God. He says, you were the God. And then coming to earth at the same way. Oh. And keep saying you are God. You are. That is why we protect you. That is why we surround you. Not only do we feed off of your energy, off your power, he says, but also the things you're able to do and will do in the future of protecting this planet. James. They keep showing me ascending and showing myself to beings, to humans on the earth back in the day, the Mayans and even before that. He says, you are one of that. You, because I'm saying in my mind, I mean the beings that are in, like, in caves and in tunnels and in hieroglyphics and things like that, right? Yes, that you are one. You are one. You are one. And I can totally feel that, because it, oh my gosh, so deep inside my heart and my soul. He says, you're not like many others, he says. You were given this, you were You were given this name and this body until the time, until the time, until the time. Oh, until the right time. This is the beginning of the right time, he says. We will be with you. We will help you ascend. We will keep others away from you who want to do you harm throughout the rest of this journey in this lifetime. We will escort you to your new home in Hawaii, on Maui. He would like to transport me to there without he says without human being involved. We'll just take you and put you there. Well, we got other things we have to do. The dog, possibly. Lee, for sure. Yeah, okay. Lee's not you. Lee's not you. Well, that was interesting, wasn't it? It just dissipated. Just dissipated. Wow. Interesting. Wow. See, guys, that is my life. I swear to God, you guys have seen so many things on Coaching for the Soul. It's crazy. Because when I do Coaching for the Soul, my vibration is so high. I'm so connected. I know. They're back. Interesting. Interesting. I have nothing to, now I know why Spirit wanted me to talk about fear. They keep saying you have nothing to fear. Allow that energy to be transported. Allow that energy to be removed. Allow that energy to be dissipated. And what's funny is right now I'm fearful. They're going to help me with that. Right? Cher, did you get that too? There you go, my dear. Oh my gosh. The fear's gone. Yeah, see? They chose this day, this time to reveal themselves. Probably why I was fearful this morning. Right? Because my body sensed that something big was going to happen, that something was going to be revealed, something was going to be different than what it was yesterday or the day before. And it has everything to do with the full moon and the lunar eclipse. And transformation. Energy transformation. Transforming into what is that? Transforming through stages, okay? Transforming through less of your humanity, transforming and allowing yourself to transform. And they understand my resistance to that. They understand my human body, my humanness going, wait a minute, I don't trust that. Wait a minute, I'm not sure. Wait a minute, that's what the fear is. Ooh, I'm like 100,000 million miles in the air right now. But there'll be less and less resistance of me needing to, or being conscious and letting it go, right? So I can ascend further and touch the sky. Others are waiting for me too in Hawaii. He says, others are waiting for you too in Hawaii. Other beings are waiting for you there. And they will be captivated. They will be, I don't know what that means. It's kind of weird. They will be transformed. They will be something about a bigger platform. Without fear, without resistance. Who you've always who you've known always, who you've known who you were all along. What was hidden. Yeah. They just dissipated. Hey, Christy, how you doing? Yes. So Spirit said, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I'm going to go back and watch this 5 or 6 or a dozen times. As you should. Because I won't remember what I channeled at all. Maybe bits and pieces. I'll have a feeling, right, of the angel and like of me being the angel and things like that, and the Mayans and things like that. But I won't remember. But I won't remember what I said because it's channeling. It's channeling, right? So before I go, let me go back and see if anybody had questions. I'm glad everybody. Okay, awesome. Yeah, guys, you guys see. I'm telling you, I have more epiphanies and I have more openings and more understanding and more knowledge during Coaching for the Soul than I mean any other time in my daily life, really. And there's a reason for that. I don't know what it is, right? I don't know. I don't think that I can be in that space all the time, although Spirit is now saying, but that will be your energy field when you get to Hawaii, right? And that makes sense, right? But also what Spirit was getting ready to say, because now he wants me to say this, you have to do your work where you're at, okay? You cannot think, okay, if I move to Tucson, or if I move to Sonoma, or if I move to wherever, things are going to be better. No, you have to do your work where you're at so that when you move to your new location, that there's more there to learn, okay? And I've been getting that message for probably the last 5 years, is that, and Spirit has told me that, I mean, oh my gosh, over 5 years, probably a dozen times. Bill, you have to learn in Detroit. What you learn in Detroit, you will not be able to learn when you get to Hawaii. So we're not going to take you to Hawaii until you learn what you need to learn. Well, can you speed that baby up? Because guess what? I'm bored. I'm ready to move and groove. I'm ready to take it, take it to the next level. Well, but you're not ready yet. Really? Yes. See? So again, you have to do your work where you're at. Okay? Do as much as you possibly can. Put out there what you want, right? As you raise your vibration, meet that baby halfway. Meet that baby where it's in your face, right? And I will send you guys invites to the spiritual, I think it's the spiritual playground or something like that. Okay. And again, just join, because Tammy's pretty amazing. She does have another group that you have to pay for. And it's a little expensive. I got a little bit of a better rate because I joined the day that the price went up. But it's something that she talks about when she does the energy blast and things like that. And you can do it for a month or two. You can leave whenever you want. Okay. So, Okay, Joe, I'll see you later. And Liz, I'll send you an invite. Yes, Christy, it is. Anything that you want to do right now is good. Okay. You just have you just have to work on your energy because your energy is all effed up, Spirit says. So, yeah. Okay. Oh, Amanda, 22 people. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right. So, guys, I'm just going to look down and he wants me to go, but I'm going to do this just because I always do. And nope, he says that he wants me to answer afterwards. Okay. So I don't know how I can see my feed, but I'll look and see if I can. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, guys, he tells me I got to go. I don't know why, but he tells me I got to go. He says, wrap this up. Okay, fine. So namaste, everybody. I'm doing specials, Memorial Day specials till the 1st of June. If you want a reading, they are $35, $55, and $75. Buck up on those if you want to. There's still element packages available every single day. $10, $20, $30, and $40 a month. Get on those. If you want to have contact with me every month, it's a pretty good deal. The training program is coming. The way things are going, I wanted it to be out like in June. I don't know. I keep getting diverted from that. I don't know what that is. So that was one of the things I want to do today, but it didn't do it. So, yeah. So anyway, namaste, everybody. Thank you for joining me, Coaching for the Soul Thursdays at 3. And I will see you next Thursday at 3.